भारतं महाभारतं धर्म अधर्म संघर्षणम्।
Even after he returned to Hastinavati, Duryodhana could not erase from his memory the events of Indraprastha. Yudhishthira being acclaimed as the emperor, the grandeur of the Rajasuya, his own disgrace in the mansion built by Maya, the recollection of all these tormented him. He was now immersed in plans to harm the Pandavas. He always wore a troubled look. Dushasana, Shakuni, and Karna questioned him. Duryodhana, what ails you? Duryodhana narrated all that had happened in Indraprastha. I know not how I can destroy the Pandavas, he said and sighed. Karna, Dushasana, and Shakuni harbored as much hatred and envy of the Pandavas as Duryodhana himself. They would not have hesitated to do anything to destroy the Pandavas, and Duryodhana would not do anything without consulting them. Thus, these four formed an evil squad. That was why Vidura and others used to refer to these four, Duryodhana, Dushasana, Karna, and Shakuni, as Dushta Chatushtaya, the foul four. Karna was eager to harm the Pandavas somehow and please Duryodhana. He made a suggestion. Let us march with our army against the Pandavas. Let us vanquish them and annex their kingdom. But Duryodhana, who knew how powerful the Pandavas were, did not agree. Shakuni was Duryodhana's uncle, his mother's brother, a cheat among cheats. Shakuni was waiting for an opportunity to injure the Pandavas. He said, Duryodhana, be not troubled. I have a solution to your problem. Invite Yudhishthira to a contest of dice. I shall play for you and win his realm and make it over to you. I am a past master of that game. So, invite them without a shadow of fear. Dushasana and Karna approved. It seemed a good suggestion to Duryodhana too. So he went to Dhritarashtra. He said, Father, I can no longer be in this world. I have been on fire ever since I witnessed the magnificence of the Rajasuya. My cousin Yudhishthira flaunts his imperial splendor to the whole world, while we are humble vassals on our knees to him. We are 100, they are only 5, and yet they have mustered greater power than we. Father, the wealth of the Pandavas beggars description. Was I myself not a witness to it at the Rajasuya? Cartloads of money and jewels were emptied before Yudhishthira as presents. Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, and Sahadeva went to every corner of Bharata and vanquished ruling monarchs. They extorted huge heaps of tributes and placed them at Yudhishthira's feet. The number of vassal kings present at the yaga would suffice to mirror Yudhishthira's prowess. Lakhs and lakhs were fed every day, and all the merit accrued to the Pandavas. Why then should we still stay alive? And then that palace that Maya has built for them. Why speak of the earth? Even heaven cannot boast of such a palace. How can my body not burn when the Pandavas enjoy such a possession? Maharaja, I went round the palace. I mistook a door for a wall and dashed my head against it. I mistook water for the floor and fell all of a heap. And then Draupadi and the Pandavas laughed at me. Even now, when I recall it, lances seem to pierce my heart. Alas, I cannot bear to live. So he wailed loudly. As he listened to Duryodhana, envy of the Pandavas began to rear its head in Dhritarashtra's heart too. But he veiled it and said, "My child Duryodhana, do not speak of death. Let us consider how the disgrace you suffered can be wiped out. If you have a suggestion, tell me. I will certainly help." That was all that Duryodhana wanted. He said, "Father, I wish to invite Yudhishthira to a game of dice. Shakuni is a superb master of the game. He will play for me. He will win Yudhishthira's kingdom from him and make it over to me. You must grant permission, or else I shall kill myself. This is certain." Dhritarashtra felt within himself that it was not advisable to stake the kingdom in a game of dice. Yet he permitted the contest because of his love for his son. He called Vidura and said, "Vidura, go to Indraprastha and invite Yudhishthira to a game of dice." Vidura said, "Brother, do you not know that gambling is evil? Excessive hunting, gambling, drink, and lust, these four ruin a man. Gambling will ruin a man in a moment and leave him a beggar in the streets. He is disdained by everyone. Why indulge in gambling? Brother, if the Pandavas are vanquished in this game, they will be sworn enemies of the Kauravas forever. Kaureshwara, do you approve of this? Let that be. Suppose the Kauravas are victorious, will that victory bring them real happiness? Can anyone be happy with prosperity built on the ruin of others? Brother, ponder over this." But beg as he might, Dhritarashtra would not listen. Inevitably, Vidura had to go to Indraprastha. The message that Vidura brought troubled Yudhishthira. It would not be courtesy to refuse an invitation extended by one monarch to another to a game of dice. But suppose they were to go there and be trapped? He said to Vidura, "Uncle, what would you suggest about this game of dice?" Vidura said, "Yudhishthira, you know everything. You know the evils of dice and the real intentions of Duryodhana in inviting you. It is best for you to take a decision by yourself." Yudhishthira could make out Vidura's view, but yet he felt that it would not be proper to decline an invitation from his father's elder brother. So he went to Hastinavati with his wife and brothers.